Welcome back to So Pumped Fitness. My name is Erin, and today we are taking 4 movements that we've seen in previous level 1 videos, but today we are putting them into Tabata. Tabata means that we will do 20 minutes of work followed by 10 seconds of rest, and we will do that 8 times. Now, 4 minutes is a long time to focus on one movement at a time, but the good thing about Tabata is that once we're finished with a movement, we are totally finished with it and we move on to the next movement. The 4 movements that we're putting in Tabata today is side to side fast feet, couch burpees, stars, and step back to high knee. After each 4-minute segment of these movements, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 4-minute segments of course, we will take a full minute rest, which brings our total high intensity workout time to 19 minutes. Let's go get warmed up. Have a seat. We're starting this warm-up sitting down. Have a seat at the edge of your couch or chair, and then we're going to spend 30 seconds on each movement. Let's start out with our couch cradle stretch. So we're taking an ankle across the knee, leaning forward until we feel that stretch through our glutes, and then we're switching it out, taking the other ankle across our knee, and again, leaning forward. Let's keep switching. Again, ankle to knee, leaning forward from our hips. Good, switch it out again. Just getting those glute muscles loosened up, kind of waking up our hips and our legs. And then from here, we're going to go to a hamstring stretch. So we're taking a leg out straight, hinging from our hips until we feel that stretch through the back of our legs. But let's keep this one switching as well. Legs straight, toe up toward the ceiling as we hinge forward, and keep switching it out. Good, switch again. We're hinging forward from our hips, which means it's like we're taking a bow, and we're keeping our back straight as we hinge down. Now our next stretch, we're going to stand up. It's going to be a quad stretch. So we're standing, taking a foot to the couch and then pushing our hips forward, hopefully feeling a stretch here through the front of the hip and the front of the leg. Let's switch that out, pushing the hips forward. Now if you're tall like me and you need a little extra stretch, you can always put the foot on the arm of the couch instead of the seat. That might get you a little bit more of an intense stretch. Switch it out again. Good. Keep going. Our next stretch is going to be a side lunge. So we're going to take a wide stance, and then we're sitting back and over to the side. Wow, my inner thighs are really tight. And hopefully as you push your butt back and sit over to the side, you'll feel a stretch through the inner thighs. Keep switching here. We're just going until we feel that stretch, and then right as we're like, yep, there's the stretch, we switch to the other side. This is called dynamic stretching, and that's the type of stretching we want to do before our workout. A stretch that's just a quick little hello to our muscles, and then we keep switching. Next, we're going to do over under. So I want you to pretend that you're stepping over a hurdle and then ducking underneath a bar. So again, big step over an imaginary hurdle and then ducking underneath. Now take a step to the side and let's go the other direction. Step over a hurdle and then back underneath a bar. Again, over and under. Again, this is getting our hips, our leg muscles nice and warmed up, and hopefully you're breathing as well. Last thing we're gonna do is a big stretch back with our arms and then going up overhead. So again, stretching back, and as you point back with your index fingers, we should feel this stretch through our chest, and then we're taking our arms up overhead into a big shoulder stretch. Again, here pointing back, getting that stretch through our chest, and taking our arms up overhead one more time, stretching back, and then up overhead, and that'll do it for our warm-up. Let's go over the movements that we'll do in today's Tabata workout. Before we get started talking about today's movements, it is very important that you are wearing shoes in today's workout. So if you don't have shoes on, go ahead and pause here, go put some shoes on. That's going to be important for your ankle stability and so you don't slip. Okay, we've all got shoes on. Let's go over movement number 1. It's going to be a side step. So go ahead and start sidestepping with me here. And what we're doing right now, stepping over an imaginary line in the floor, is your first option for our first movement here. This is our low impact option. Staying here with this step side to side is still going to get you a great workout without too much impact. Now, if we'd like to take it up a notch, our second option is to add a little bit of a hop in. This option to hop is going to add a little bit of impact, and it's also going to challenge our coordination. Now, if we'd still like something a little bit more challenging beyond here, we can go really fast with the feet. Going really fast, we should feel our abs pull in strong to stabilize our bodies, and you're gonna feel your heart rate spike quickly. Those are your three options for side to side. Pick the one that's appropriate for you. Our next movement is our couch burpees. Rather than going all the way to the floor with our burpees, we're going to put our hands either on the arm of a couch or chair or on the back. If this is your first time doing couch burpees, you're going to want to have your hands on the back of the couch, because the higher your hands are, the easier it is. The lower your hands are, the more difficult it becomes. Watch me for one rep here. I'm going to put my hands on the arm of my couch. I'm going to step my feet back and pause here in a plank with my body in a straight line, my butt cheeks squeezed and my abs pulled in strong. Then I'm stepping my feet forward, standing up tall and stretching my arms up overhead. Try this with me. Taking the hands to your couch, stepping the feet back, pausing in that plank, squeezing every muscle in your body, then stepping the feet forward, standing up, arms overhead. Let's go a little bit faster. Hands down, stepping back, plank, stepping forward, arms up overhead. You've got the hang of it. Let me show you one more option, just in case as the workout goes on, you want to take it up another notch. Instead of stepping the feet back, we have the option to jump the feet back. Hands to the couch, jumping the feet back, jumping the feet forward, and standing. Regardless of whether you are stepping or jumping your feet back, it is important that we pause for a microsecond in that plank position and pull all of our muscles in strong so that our bodies are perfectly flat. Hitting that perfect plank teaches us body control, and burpees teach us how to move quickly from position to position. Our third movement in today's Tabata workout is stars. This is where we're going to squat down until our forearms touch our thighs. And then as we stand up, we take our arms up overhead and take one leg out to the side. Then we come back down in that squat, forearms to our thighs, up and take the other leg to the side. Try it with me. We're sitting back, touching our forearms to our thighs, taking our arms up overhead, switching legs each time. As we squat back, our feet stay flat, so our heels are down on the floor the entire time. And as we squat back, we're sending our butts back and down. As we stretch our arms up, our arms are straight, reaching up for the corners of the ceiling. The way we push the intensity with stars is by pushing the pace. Stars are inherently difficult, so take your time if you need to, and keep the pace a little bit slower. But then as you're ready to challenge yourself, go faster and faster and faster. Which brings us to our last movement in today's Tabata workout, which is a step back to high knee. We're going to alternate our feet each time. So we step back, almost like to a mini lunge, and then we use that back leg to drive the knee up. Foot comes down, we step back, high knee, foot down, step back, high knee, foot down. Try it with me. Step back, knee, foot down, step back, knee, foot down. Every time we bring that knee up, we're crunching our abs in strong. This is like an upright crunch. Think about that, and let's do two more on each leg. Step back, knee down, step back, crunch down. One more time on each leg, crunch down, step back, crunch down. Similar to our stars, with our step back to high knee, the more we push the pace, the higher the intensity. Make sure your form is impeccable, but as you're ready to challenge yourself, push the pace even more. And now you know the 4 exercises. Remember, we're going to be doing 20 seconds of work followed by 10 seconds of rest, and we'll do that interval 8 times. We'll do all 8 intervals of one exercise, so that's spending 4 minutes focused on one exercise. And then when we finish with those 8 intervals, we are done with that exercise. We'll take a 1-minute break, and then we're moving on to the next exercise. Now, even though this is a level 1 workout, Tabata is not easy. Each 10-second rest is gonna go by so quick, and the 20 seconds of work feels like forever. But you can do this. Your goal here is to complete all 8 intervals of each exercise. So regulate your pace and intensity accordingly. You're ready for this. Let's get started. Our first exercise is that side step. and we'll be starting in 10 seconds. Now we have 8 intervals of each exercise, so I recommend starting with the lower impact version. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So this first interval of 20 seconds, you're welcome to just dive right in and go straight to the highest intensity if you think you can maintain that for the 8 intervals. I'm not sure that I can. So I'm starting out with just a quick side step here. I'm breathing, I'm taking deep breaths, I'm getting the blood flowing, but pause. We've got a 10-second break. We're already 1 down, 7 more to go. Breathe here, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Back to that side step. So maybe we go a little bit faster here. If we need to keep this low impact for whatever reason, maybe you're living in an apartment building and you have people below you, maybe you're working with an injury, maybe this is just the highest intensity that you feel comfortable going today. No problem. We're gonna rest again. Now, 10 seconds. On this next one though, I'm gonna add in a little bit of a hop. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. And go. So I'm getting a little bit of a hop here from side to side. Still focused on taking big, deep breaths. We're just still in the beginning of this workout. I'm moving my arms, moving them from my shoulders, just getting some big movements here, moving my whole body. And rest, 10 seconds of rest. Breathe here. Try to get the heart rate to come down just a little bit before we start again. Now. Nice. Remember, keep going at the level that feels appropriate for you. It's up to you how much of a challenge you're looking for in today's workout. And just move at a level that feels right. With a smile on your face, enjoy the music, and enjoy moving your body. Rest. Looking good. 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent, you got this. Halfway through this interval. Rest, good job. I've lost track of the intervals. I think we have 3 more. You're gonna know because by the time I edit this, it's gonna stay up at the top corner. Go! Excellent work, come on, you got this. Keep challenging yourself, but make sure that you're maintaining a pace that you can keep doing until this side step is done. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, rest. Whoo! Breathing. Good. 3, 2, 1, go. Halfway. Rest. Let's see if I can see how far we are. I think this is our last one. Go. I could be wrong. Keep moving, come on. You know if it's our last one or not. Here we go, here we go. Keep moving, we're almost there. Rest. All right, guys, was that the last one of Fast Feet? Nothing but total professionalism here at So Pumped. It was our last one. Good, good. All right, so now we're taking a minute rest. We are done with those side-to-side fast feet. What we've got next is our couch burpees. So breathe a little bit. Awesome job on your fast feet. Get ready for the next movement. I am going to take my whiteboard, make some tally marks so that I can cross them off each time and know what movement we're on so that I don't sound like a dipshit while I'm instructing you. We've got 30 more seconds of rest. While we're getting ready for these couch burpees, take a look at your furniture and make sure that it's not going to slide around as we do our couch burpees. The last thing we want is for that furniture sliding out from underneath you. I have my couch shoved up against the wall. Bear wants to play with us. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we can start out again with that lower impact option of the movement. I'm starting out with my step back burpees. Now that doesn't mean that I'm doing them slowly. I'm still moving as fast as I can. But since I've still got 7 intervals left of burpees after this, I'm not going straight rest to the most high intensity version. You're welcome to do the same thing. We're going in 3, 2, 1, go. No matter which version of the burpees we do though, we're remembering to pause for that second in our plank, and each time we pause, we're pulling our abs in strong. The same way you would pull your abs in strong if you were about to be punched in the stomach. That's the feeling that you want every time you go to that plank. Rest. Whew, good job. Now there is that option to jump the feet back and forward, and that's what I'm gonna do in the next one. Go. Jumping the feet back and forth is gonna cause you to get through the burpees quicker, which means that you are gonna do more, which means that your heart rate is going to spike even more. And that, friends, is what we call high intensity working out. But it is your choice. Rest, whether you jump or step your feet back. Whew, because when that heart rate gets up, it makes it harder to recover. And go. Remember that if we are jumping our feet back into those burpees, we're still hitting that rock solid plank, pulling the abs in strong, squeezing our butt cheeks. Bodies are in a perfectly straight line. Rest. We are halfway through our couch burpees. Keep it up. You can do this. And go. And as we do our burpees, whether we're stepping our feet back and forward or jumping our feet back and forth, we're taking our arms up overhead in between each rep, and I don't want that to be an afterthought. So as we take our arms up overhead, rest. Each time we take our arms up overhead, I want you to do it like you mean it, like the SNL cheerleaders. Put those arms up overhead, loud and proud. Go. Here we go. Now you're thinking about SNL cheerleaders. I'm not sorry. Keep going. Rest. We are down to our last 2 intervals of couch burpees. Take a deep breath. Go. Rest. Last one, last interval of couch burpees. If you've been thinking about jumping your feet back, this is the time. Go for it. Here we go. Last one. Move quickly, but move with precision. We're not only testing our fitness here and our cardiovascular fitness and our strength, we're testing our coordination. You've got this. And rest. We are done with couch burpees. Whoo! That movement is behind us. And that was our little 10 seconds of bonus rest. Now it's our real rest. A minute of rest here. Grab a drink of water if you need to. Focus on big, deep breaths. That's gonna help your heart rate come down a little bit. And you might be thinking like, well, Erin, my Apple Watch wants me to keep my heart rate up because that's how I get a better score. But here's the secret. If you let your heart rate come down in this minute of rest, then when we start with our stars, which is a really challenging exercise, you're gonna be able to spike the heart rate even more because you'll be coming from a rested state. So take my word for it. Rest now. Take some deep breaths. Think calming thoughts. And then in 15 seconds, when we start those stars, that's when I want you to go for it. And we are starting our stars in 3, 2, 1, go. So each time we squat down, we're touching our forearms to our thighs. Each time we stand up, we're shooting our hands out toward the corners of the room. Once again, channeling the spirit of the SNL cheerleaders, and we're taking our legs out to the sides. And rest, excellent. Let me mark it off so I can keep track of what is going on. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. And so stars are challenging. All of these movements today are challenging, but that was on purpose. It's a workout. But keep in mind that speed here in our stars is what dictates the intensity. So slow it down a little bit if you need to, if that's what keeps you going. The goal is to get through every interval of 20 seconds, no matter the speed or intensity that you're going at. Go. Nice. So your movements might mirror mine. They might be going slower or they might be going faster because I'm moving at the intensity that feels right for me right now. And I want you to be doing the same thing. Rest. Whew. Yes, stars will get you. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, go. A little form check here. Every time we squat down, are we keeping our feet flat? Are we sending our butt back before we squat down so that our heels stay on the floor throughout the squat part of this movement? And rest. We're halfway through our stars. We are in this together. You got this. Go. Here we go. Nice. Halfway. Rest. Good. Going again in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If these are starting to get hard, I want you to put a smile on your face and just think about how awesome and capable your body is that you have gotten this far in the workout. And it's totally cool if you need to regulate your pace just a little bit and take longer breaths and slow the movement down a little bit. It's not okay to get mad and turn off the video and say, screw this, I'm not doing it anymore. You can do this. Even if you get 1 star per 20-second interval, you can do this. So smile, keep moving. I'm glad you're here with me. I'm glad I'm not doing this completely alone and putting it out on the internet for no one to ever see ever. So I appreciate it. And I need you to just keep moving and think of all the reasons that you turned this video on in the first place. Last interval of stars. Dig deep and go. Here we go. Last one of stars. Keep breathing. Keep moving. We're halfway through this interval. You can do this. Big strong arms, strong legs, and rest. Whew, good job. And we are moving on to our last exercise. I love how Tabata workouts just seem to fly right by. Whew. So that last exercise is our step back to high knee. This is where we're going to that mini lunge and then crunching our abs as we drive that knee up. Now, I'm usually a pretty happy, bubbly person, but if you happen to have any aggression or anger or negativity that you're holding on to, this next exercise is awesome for letting that out. Just think about whatever it is that's making you angry is in your hands, and then drive your knee up and smash it. Not advocating violence, just saying Maybe if you think about smashing the things that you're mad at, you might feel a little bit better. Give it a try. We're gonna do our step back to high knee in 5 seconds. This is our last exercise. There's only 4 minutes between us and done. Go. Here we go. High knee, down, step back. Fall into that rhythm. Again, we have 8 intervals to get this right. This movement has a little bit of a coordination, component to it. And that's gonna be difficult for some people. Rest. So if you just spent that first interval kind of going, you're not alone. Other people have done that too. Try it again right now. Step back, high knee, down, step back, high knee, down. Slow it down a little bit until you get that cadence. And then once you get the cadence, then you'll be able to speed it up and really get that aggression out each time you're doing this movement. Rest. Good. The faster we move, the higher the intensity. That doesn't mean go. Doesn't mean that you're not getting a good workout. If we're going at just a little bit of a slower pace, we're still focusing on our form. We're still working on balance. We're still working on coordination. And if you're breathing, huffing and puffing, rest. And that heart rate is up, guess what? Your body is working hard, no matter how fast you're zooming through the reps. And go. So again, regulate your pace to your needs and do what your body needs today. You've come this far in the workout, so let's finish this workout together. I know that you can get through these intervals. Rest. We are already halfway through our step back to high knee. You're 2 minutes away from this workout being done. Go. Nice. Keep breathing. You're still smiling, right? I'm not the only one smiling through this workout, right? Come on. If you smile and you think positive thoughts, you're gonna feel better. Rest. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1, go. This is interval number 6 out of 8. After this, we've got 2 left. Keep moving, keep working. The end is in sight. Rest. Awesome job. We've got the last 2 intervals of this workout. If you can pick up the pace and the intensity a little bit more, go. I want you to do that. Rest. We are on to our very last interval of this Tabata workout. You are an animal. And go. Here we go. We are almost there. Focus. Keep moving. Do the best intensity and form that you can do. We're already halfway through this interval. Come on. We got to finish on a good note. Finish on a strong note. Finish on a positive note. Done. Whew. Awesome job. I told you, Tabata was not easy. We made it through, and I am so proud of you. Don't go anywhere. We're about to stretch, and at some point in the stretch, we get to sit down on the couch. So stick with me. Our first stretch is a standing chest expansion. Let's take our hands behind us, clasp our fingers together, and then squeeze our shoulder blades and lift those hands off of our butts. The hands might go high up in the air and they might just stay there on your backside. Just depends on how tight your shoulders and your chest and your arm muscles are. We're gonna breathe here for another 20 seconds. We're just thinking about pushing back through our knuckles, and then lifting our hands as high as we comfortably can. We'll spend 10 more seconds here. Our next stretch is going to take us over to the couch, and it's going to be a quad stretch. So let's let our hands come down, unclasp our fingers, just like we started out in the warm-up. Wow, you can't see me there, can you? You're going to put your foot on your couch, either the seat or the armrest, whatever gives you that best quad stretch. So we're going to think about pushing our hips forward, and we should hopefully feel that stretch here through the front of our leg, through the front of our hip. Again, we're tucking our pelvis, we're squeezing our butt muscles, we're pushing our hips forward. If you're not feeling a stretch, and if you do feel confident with your balance, of course, this is a modification of our standing quad stretch, which is where we're grabbing our ankle here. So if you would prefer that, feel free. Now the difference between this and what we did in our warm-up is in our warm-up, we used this exact same movement, but we were moving quickly from side to side. And actually on that note, go ahead and release that. Switch sides. Get yourself comfortable. Squeeze your butt, push your hips forward. Go wherever you feel that best quad stretch. But unlike in our warm-up, which we call dynamic stretching, as we're switching quickly from stretch to stretch, this is called static stretching, where we're letting ourselves sink into the stretch. This is a chance for our heart rate to come down. We're checking back in on our bodies. It's giving us a chance to breathe deeply. And I hate to tell you, stretching is not going to make you not sore, but it is going to help with your flexibility. And sorry, I'm staring at the clock, wondering if I should keep explaining or move on to the next exercise. Let's move on to the next stretch. So we're gonna go to our cradle stretch. Have a seat on the couch. You're right on the edge of the couch. And again, we're doing an exercise or a stretch, that we did in our warm-up. So we're taking an ankle on the knee, and then we're hinging forward from our hips, pulling our chest down toward our shin. Okay, where was I? Oh, static stretching. It's not gonna prevent soreness. I wish it did. It feels good when you're sore to stretch your muscles. But what we're doing here in this static stretching is we're working on our flexibility so that in subsequent workouts, our flexibility is better and we can squat deeper, we can move more easily through our movements, we can get through life easier, getting down on the floor to pick things up, etc. So switch sides. Definitely beneficial to do this stretching after a workout, to enjoy this cool down, to enjoy this check-in with our bodies. It's not going to prevent soreness, but there's a myriad of other benefits to this static stretching, and that's why we do it after each workout. Keep letting the chest sink forward here. Let's take deep breaths, as we always do. Let's congratulate ourselves on that challenging workout. I mean, I told you, Tabata is tough. Even though this is a level 1 workout, if you push that intensity, you can really challenge yourself in a Tabata workout. So awesome job. Let's go ahead and stand it up. We're gonna end with a calf stretch. So we're facing our couch or our furniture. We're putting the ball of our foot up against that couch. We're keeping that leg straight, and then we're pushing our hips forward, feeling a stretch through our calf. Excellent. And then let's switch it out, putting the other foot up against our furniture. Again, that leg stays straight. We push our hips forward, feel that stretch through our calves. We're just gonna stay here a few more seconds. Excellent. And let's release that. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me in this Tabata workout. I know it was challenging, but you did it, and I'm proud of you. Make sure to forward this workout to someone who you know could benefit from a low impact, beginner friendly challenge. Get it their way, make sure they subscribe to this channel too. That's gonna encourage me to just keep doing these videos forever and ever. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, leave me a nice comment. I love those things so much. And I'll see you next time.